everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house. Another edition from our Newburyport NCM Hub studios. Hope you're all doing well out there. So we got some neighbors in the house here. I'm very excited about this. I know Paula Burke a little bit. She literally works about 30 yards from me. She's the Council on Aging Director over at the Newburyport Senior Center, which for those of you who know, we're kind of attached to their building. We got our own little crazy wing over here. Hello, Paula. How are you?
Hi. Thank you for having us today.
I'll let you introduce first. A new employee here. You're all excited about this?
We're very excited because it's not only a new employee, but a new position.
Oh, all right.
Ann Freeman is the first ever Newburyport Council on Aging Outreach Specialist.
Hello, Ann. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
You may be the person who's wanted to come on this show the least of all the guests we've ever had. Paula said, you got to introduce yourself. You said, I don't want any part of it, and here you are. So sorry we tricked you into this.
No. Okay.
You enjoying the job so far?
I am. It's a variety of responsibilities. I'm a social worker here. I help people by getting information for them. I help them connect up with services that they might need, whether local community agencies, federal things. Could be anything from food to housing to anything in between.
I imagine some of that stuff is serious. I mean, that can be some serious stuff. So it's not always it can be a little stressful, I'd imagine.
It's mostly for them.
Yeah.
Housing is a big thing around here, for instance. That's the big issue. So I have people coming in very stressed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues that are affecting seniors in the community.
A certain demeanor you have to work in that position. No wonder why you don't want to come on here. You got real work to deal with, Paula. But I know you're thrilled to have her on. So that's a fun little position to add, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if fun would be the word that we'd use all the time, but we're really glad she's with us. She fits in perfectly and is a great compliment to the rest of the staff.
All right, very good. So how are things? I mean, we get to watch you guys from a distance a little bit from our little wing of the studios here, but how are things next door?
Well, we've been very busy. We completed the reopening process after the things shut down back in 2020. We started in July of 2021 and just kept going, and with the goal of always trying to add things and never taking anything away. So we were a little slow with some things, but that was very intentional so that we could add something and then keep it forever.
Yeah.
And that's worked out really well. So we're pretty much operating at full tilt now.
How many years for you in the position?
Actually, I just celebrated my second year here in Newburyport.
Wow. All right. Second year. So that's, you love it?
I do. This is a wonderful place to be. We love having all of you as neighbors.
Is that true?
You bring a lot of
Are
positive
we loud
energy.
sometimes?
That's great. We're a little hard of hearing out there, so.
Oh, that's funny. Well, it's funny. I always say about you guys, you have so much going on over there. Sometimes it actually is mind-boggling to me. I remember talking, we were filming it here for the station, but there was a high school conference. And one of the guys from the high school, one of the athletic director asked me if I could go over and talk to some of the kids and that sort of thing. And I said, yeah, sure. Where is it? And he said, oh, it's right next to your building. I was like, what? They're hosting that? Like, where do they put you? And you did a great job. It was a great place to host this whole conference of kids from every school in the Cape Ann League. And it was just a great day. And I was just like, wow, they get a lot done on a daily basis.
Well, and there is Senior Community Center is the name of the facility, which was opened officially at the end of 2015.
Yeah.
And so we do like to put the community into it. And Mary Kelly, our activities coordinator, was instrumental in making all of that happen. She did a great job because we were still able to have many of our regular programs while they were in the building.
Yeah.
So it was great.
It's a great, I mean, I haven't taken a snapshot, but not every community has a spot like that that's just so welcoming,
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's a sad thing. I'm sure you knowing how good it is, you wish every community had it, but Newburyport is special in that regard. Any events that are special here as we get through the wintertime?
Oh, what's not happening?
Yeah, you got yourself a whole little...
So this is our newsletter that goes out every other month.
Okay.
And it does get mailed to Newburyport households that request it. But we have hard copies available always here.
You're only January and February. You can only go 2 months at a time. You have so much stuff going on. Look at that.
It's true.
January and February.
We don't have more room. But it's always available online, and we do email it out also. So it's very accessible is my point. And we're very excited because just in 2023, we added our first QR code.
Oh, okay.
And it's a dinosaur in the middle, which is... There's no metaphor there.
Okay.
We're just really excited to have a fun little creature in the middle. But lots of things going on. It's divided into like activities, and that's all the fun stuff that we get to talk about all the time.
Nice.
A lot of the services, the things that Ann is more involved in. We try to educate people about what's available and everything, but that's the stuff we really don't talk about as far as like individuals go.
Yeah.
That's all confidential. Anything that happens here stays here unless it's something that people give us permission to talk about, like a class or something.
Gotcha. What are some of the I think people are actually curious about that.
Yes.
What goes on?
So we have exercise programs, kind of different levels, like almost 3 different tiers that are very popular, run throughout the week at different times. We have 4, we're up to 4 now, different language conversation groups.
Oh, that's cool.
Italian,
Yeah.
Spanish, French, and German.
Wow.
So
Are those popular?
yes,
I
yes.
bet they are, yeah.
And it's very casual. It's not meant to be instructive at all. People just sit around. You wouldn't know, like, if you didn't hear what they were saying,
Yeah.
you just think they were just sitting around having a conversation.
So is it people that speak the language already, or is it a learning?
So it's people that speak the language. Now, some
Okay.
people that are maybe trying to revive it
Gotcha,
come
okay, yeah, yeah.
and listen, because it does come back.
Yeah, because
often.
I let go of my Spanish from like high school and those days, and it drives me crazy. I wish I
Right.
stuck with it. Like, and I always said if I could be around it more.
So
You might see me at that table then, maybe.
Yeah, Mondays at 1:30.
Mondays at 1:30. Okay, good to know.
So that's all happening. We have people playing games, cribbage, bridge, chess. There's a pool, a billiard room.
I heard about that. I have not, but I heard it was there. Yeah.
It's there. It's very comfortable, very inviting. And right down the hallway is a fitness room that's available to use, and it's never crowded.
Okay.
And then there's also a computer lab. Now, in the computer lab, we do have classes, and in February, March, and into April, the tax team will be in there
Oh yeah.
helping with preparing tax returns for low to middle income earners with simple taxes.
Yeah.
And so that does occupy that space, which normally would be available. But then there's also an art room up there, and we have a boardroom where all kinds of things happen. One particular group that's in there that I think they wouldn't mind if I gave them a little plug is something called News and Views, which
Okay.
apparently is well known, because when I met with the consultants a year ago that came in to kind of just evaluate the structure of the city, I said News and Views, and the gentleman from Andover said, "Oh, I'm familiar with that group." And it's great. They just talk about current events. It's very structured, and it's not meant to cause friction. It's just to really try to just talk about the issues of the day, and certainly
Yeah.
there are a lot of those.
Yeah, there are.
So that happens on Fridays.
Yeah.
Another nice little, several things happen every day, but Fridays is kind of a nice day. It's a good day to go into the weekend because we do have News and Views. We have Chloe and Tilly, our emotional support dogs, come in.
Oh, I've met them.
Aren't they
They're
wonderful?
fantastic,
I
yeah.
hope you weren't wearing black because they're white dogs.
They
They
are white
always
dogs.
leave a
Yeah.
trail on.
Oh, well, I'm used to that anyway.
Yeah.
I have 2 dogs that have shedding problems anyway.
Oh, there
so,
you go.
yeah. My whole jacket is a mess.
Yeah. But they're great, and I like to think of that as kind of a gateway program.
Yep.
Because anyone can kind of come. It's just very relaxed. It's always small. People are just kind of talking and patting the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're just kind of trying to test the waters, that's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Another program like that also runs on Friday. It's at 1 o'clock in the art room, but you don't have to be any kind of an artist. It's called Zen Doodle. And it's literally doodling. And we had a woman come last week who had an injury because she fell. So she was using her non-dominant hand. And I was amazed at the beautiful thing she created with her non-dominant hand in that
wow.
Zen Doodle class.
That's a hard thing, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of a nice program. We also have Tai Chi on Fridays. And I don't want to forget to mention daily lunch, because we are serving lunch every day. We have a few special lunches. We have the traveling chef come once a month, and that's always a festive occasion.
Yeah.
Like in October, we had a wonderful Oktoberfest or October Feast.
October Feast, I like it.
Yes.
Okay.
That was very, very good. We just had wonderful soup and salad. It didn't sound like much. I said, "Oh, soup and salad," but it
Yeah.
was delicious. And someone who's a real connoisseur of clam chowder, lives in Newburyport, said it's the best she's ever had.
Wow.
So
Did you
that
say
was-
somebody? We're not saying the name.
Her first name is Sue.
Is Sue.
We'll go with that. Sue.
Okay. All right. Sue, we're going to get to the bottom of this.
Yes.
Clam
so-
chowder connoisseur.
Yes. So that's one of the popular lunches, and also the mayor comes every other month. And it's a great, just casual conversation. There's no agenda. He doesn't come with any bullet points or anything. It's really to answer questions.
I've gotten to know Mayor Sean Reardon pretty well. I'm not super close, but I see him fairly regularly, and I feel like I know him well enough to say he genuinely enjoys that stop.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's certain things that the mayor doesn't always love doing, and I think that's part of his day he genuinely enjoys.
Yeah, and what I've found about Mayor Reardon is when he schedules time with you, he always sets aside an hour, which is really appreciated. Like, you
Yeah.
know, if he comes, you can expect him to be there for an hour, whether it's a board meeting, a friends meeting,
Better man than
lunch,
me, my goodness.
Yeah. So that's been really well received, and people appreciate, they feel like they're being heard and that they matter. So
That is big. That's a cool thing. I didn't realize that. That's a cool thing he's doing. I called the basketball game with his dad the other night, actually, which was a pleasure. It was the first time I got to meet him. He's a lovely man. I texted the mayor that. I said, "Your dad's a great guy." He goes, "The best."
Yes,
So,
he is.
that was fun. And what's it been like, Ann Freeman? What's it been like with the new position? You loving it?
Getting used to it.
Getting used to it?
Getting
You
used
like the
to it.
coworkers?
I like the coworkers. I'm getting used to I'm not from Newburyport, so I'm getting used to meeting some of the
Yeah.
agency people here.
Yeah.
And some of the seniors. It's lovely meeting the seniors and trying to get them some services that they might need. Like I said, a lot of people are coming in with some stuff that they need referrals to different agencies or community agencies or help in anything.
Yeah.
So it's been nice meeting the seniors here.
Where are you from?
Peabody.
Peabody. Oh, I'm from Danvers.
No.
There we go. North Shore people. There we go. What's the? Has there been a surprise that you've walked into this? Was there something that they do really well here in Newburyport that you were like, wow, that's kind of something. That's cool.
I love the building.
Yeah,
It's
it really is a great
beautiful
building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there's anything different, surprising. I like some of the programs are different. We don't have the mayor coming. My last position, we didn't have the mayor coming. So they have some really good programs here, and
Yeah.
that's kind of new.
Is there ping pong in the billiards room?
There is.
I think I saw a
just left.
video of ping pong on the. I don't know what was being. I caught my eye the other day here in the studio, and I thought I think that's the senior center. I think they have ping pong.
They do. So we do. It's actually in the community room. So
Okay.
they've set up as many as 3 tables. And they have 3 games going on at a time.
Some of those guys could play. I think
Yes.
there was 3 guys and I think 1 woman. I think they were doing a doubles thing, and I was kind of I don't know what was being filmed, but I saw that, it caught my eye. I was very impressed.
Yeah. It's very inclusive, though, even
Yeah.
when there's people come in with different levels of expertise. But
Sure.
really, I find everyone to be very inclusive and welcoming.
That is nice. Yes, I noticed that. I walked the day the dogs were there was the last time I was there, actually. And what are the dogs' names again?
Chloe and Tilly.
They're amazing demeanors, those dogs.
Yes.
I have 2 crazy dogs. They're lunatics at home, so it was very nice for me to be around those 2. Petting the dog, they just kind of chill out there. It's very nice. Is the winter? Do the activities change wintertime to like spring and summertime? Is there certain stuff that works better in the wintertime, or just kind of all year round?
Pretty much all year round. Pickleball, we collaborate with
Everybody's doing pickleball.
Newburyport Pickleball, and so we work with them
Okay.
to offer programs. We received grant money to pay for some equipment.
Gotcha. Do you
so-
go over to the tennis club to play, or do you do the
Actually,
pickleball?
right over here.
You do it right here?
Yes.
Oh, wow. I don't
Yep.
think I had seen those courts.
Yeah, time gets reserved for pickleball in collaboration with Youth Services because they run programs as well.
Gotcha. Okay. So the weather gets warmer, you get to set up some pickleball courts
Yeah,
outside.
it's usually the summer because whenever school's in session,
Yep.
they have right of refusal. So,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Okay.
They need the space.
Yeah, there's snow on the ground as we do this show here today, and I see 1 million kids outside your place sledding down the hill. I'm sure that you noticed that.
Which is great. In fact, my great nephews are often over there.
Oh, are they? I actually didn't realize it was such a popular hill. I guess I haven't seen it I don't know if we've done a show directly after snow had fallen or whatever. I don't know why I haven't noticed it, but there's a lot of kids out there for some reason
a good time.
that I'm not used to seeing. Well, this is very cool. Anything else? What else are we missing here for the wintertime? Anything?
Well, so we have a bingo coming up.
Bingo.
A Valentine bingo with Cupid.
Oh, my
I won't
goodness,
tell you,
Valentine's Day.
We have a featured Cupid.
You were
I'm
my
not going to
first
reveal.
reminder of Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Thank you.
I do want to acknowledge the Greater Newburyport Village.
Okay.
They are a wonderful concierge service group. of mostly of their volunteers. But we collaborate with them. They offer a village talk the third Wednesday of every month at noon. And the topics are incredibly diverse. We just heard someone's perspective on Afghan culture. The month before, we had the Moxie man there talking about the Moxie Congress and everything you ever wanted to know about Moxie. And, you know, it's organic gardening. I mean, it's just incredible. And usually at least 50 guests come.
Yeah, I was going to say, even if you think you might not be interested in it, it's probably like, let's just give it a shot in here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, kind of like stick to that hour, which
Yeah.
is nice. It's nice when you go to something and you know what the cutoff is.
Yeah.
But they do a great job with that, and we thank them and our friends of the Newburyport Council on Aging for sponsoring the lunch. If you come that day, it's a free lunch because they've sponsored it.
That can bring a lot of people in too. Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Very nice. Well, this has been great. I'm not sure how often I end up walking over there to see you guys, but we always like checking in with what's going on next door. Paula Burke, Council on Aging Director, and Ann Freeman, our new employee. It's been great to meet you. I know that you did not want to come in here at all, Ann. I thank
Nothing
you.
personal.
I thank you. I appreciate that. I thank you so much for coming in and giving some time. See, it's quick and painless, right?
You want the truth?
Sure. She's like, I did not enjoy myself. I'm ready to go back next door. No, thank you both. It has been a pleasure. Have a good rest of the winter here. We'll catch up with you probably hopefully when the weather gets
Maybe
warmer.
when they're playing pickleball.
I like that idea. Let's talk some pickleball. That'll be great.
Right.
We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to bring in Callum Johnson, one of our behind-the-scenes guys here, is doing some great work and has his own show now, too. I feel like somebody's treading on my turf here. Just kidding. Callum's going to come in. We're going to talk with him a little bit about some of the behind-the-scenes stuff going on here at the NCM Hub Studios in Newburyport, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Be right back. All right, welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Thank you to Paula Burke and Ann Freeman, our friends next door there at the Senior Center. They do great work. Hope you enjoyed that. Callum Johnson in the house now. Hello, Callum. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, Drew. How are you?
Good. You did something very smart right there. We're about to come back, and you said, "Let me just make sure my hair's okay." That's as a man who has long hair, I respect that very much. Sometimes it can get crazy over here.
Yeah, you don't pay attention to it and just...
Well, try having this. You got a lot shorter hair than I do. You're like, that's a choice, Drew. Callum Johnson again. So Callum, you do a bunch of work here behind the scenes, but you're also doing a little bit of your own show, on-air work. We'll talk about it in a second. But tell us about some of the behind-the-scenes stuff you do here for NCM Hub.
Right, well, I do a lot of work behind here at NCM Hub. Most of the work I do is about different ads and promos that people come in with, asking the NCM Hub, oh, can you promote this? Can you talk about this? It's a lot of public programs that, they have to be free because we're public television and all. But stuff about the National Art Association and the library, it's...
Do you ever do a promo for my show?
Yeah. I mean, I could.
Yeah. I've seen promos. I didn't know if you were doing them.
I mean, this is a pretty good promo in itself. It's already on the radio.
That's a good point. Yes, you're a very, very smart man. Very good. All right, so you're 16.
That is true.
And you go to Newburyport High School?
Yep, sophomore.
Sophomore, all
Proud
right.
and loud.
All right, so you're 16 as a sophomore. That's right. See, I'm much older than you, so you forget what you are at 16. So you're a sophomore. Very good. How's sophomore year going?
Pretty good. I do like NHS. Don't like that we don't get any snow days, but that's just
it's
me.
been a light winter. I understand.
Yeah.
So you come here though because this gives you a good kind of work with a bunch of stuff. Film, radio, all stuff that you're really interested in. That not necessarily maybe the high school offers. I know so many high schools don't offer that stuff, but kind of gives you some cool opportunities to jump into this biz a little bit, right?
Yeah, totally. There are opportunities to do stuff like that in high school, which I highly recommend for any young person watching this for whatever reason at all.
Yeah.
But this is a really good way to be able to do that stuff without having to sign up for the classes, because you can only sign up for so much, and I have been deadlocked out of it. And so when I saw this at a college and career fair, I was like, wow. This is something I want to do. I'm interested in this.
So the classes are in demand. Well, that's at least good, right? It's tough to sign up for it, but all right. So you find yourself over here, and we get all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We must. I know the high school can be good, but we must have. We're TV, radio.
Oh yeah,
we got it all here, right?
Totally.
Let's get. Tell me a little bit about your Sarah Blackstone, our excellent director here. Tells me that you're working on a new show.
Right. Well, not a new show, but one I am taking over a little bit from
Okay.
Sarah.
What's the deal?
Called Chill Vibes. It's
right.
more of a radio show about just a different variety of songs and tunes from places that aren't usually found on the radio, and just theming them and then putting it into just a timed little space. Because if you haven't noticed, a lot of the songs on the radio can be a little bit old, samey, and boring.
Yes.
Not to discredit any of them,
I understand.
because they are talented. It's just,
You're trying to get into that different space.
yes, it's for more
What kind of
niche,
music you
different
into?
stuff. Personally, I do think I am into a lot of different stuff, not all of which is going to show up on Chill Vibes, but
Yeah.
I do like my electronic tracks, like synthwave, dark wave. I also do like rock, some metal I find to be interesting. Pop, I'm not like a huge fan of. Taylor Swift fans get mad at me.
You don't have your tickets for like $9,000 yet? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm sorry to say, but I don't.
Very, very good. Well, that's cool, man. So that'll be fun. So keep your eye out for that show, Chill Vibes. When did you know you wanted to start dabbling with this stuff?
Well, it's been a while. Since I was even smaller than I am now, just a wee lad.
Yeah.
Experimenting with my dad's phone on camera. It's been a fun idea, just creating something that other people can enjoy. And I've done that in other avenues and things like YouTube and mainly just YouTube. If you know Clam Archives, then shout out to you.
Yeah.
But this is a place for me to just like actually do the thing instead of just have an idea on a whim, do it, forget about it. I can actually express my desire to create stuff here without there just being nothing afterwards. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, Callum Johnson, gets you very comfortable in front of the mic. You're very good on the microphone. Good job. You don't have to answer that. You're just good. It's fine. Thanks for jumping on here, man. Why don't you, one final point. What would you say to you're 16 now. I'm wondering, what would you say to the 5th grader or something, maybe a young middle schooler that wants to be like, I think maybe I could be into some of the stuff he's into. What would you recommend?
What I would recommend is that, especially if you talk to your parents, depending on what you have at home, you can do a lot of stuff with video, with audio, just by yourself at home. It just requires, if you have the motivation to do it.
Yeah.
If you don't have the motivation to do it all at home, which, I'll be frank, I don't really have the motivation to do it all at home, then finding places like this, places that kind of encourage you to express yourself and your creativity and just your desire to do audio work, do editing, do video recording, do all of that, then just find that place.
That was a great answer. I think we'll use that to end the show right there, Callum. Well done.
Nice.
That was perfect, man. Well done. Well, good luck. Thank you for all the work that you do here at the station. We appreciate it so much. Thank you to Sarah Blackstone, Sarah Hayden, and our whole team here. These guys are just great. And that'll do it for today. It was kind of a fun little unique show. You have fun, Callum?
Yeah, I had fun.
Of course you did.
That was good.
I did too. This was great. And again, thank you to Paula Burke and Ann Freeman from next door at the Newburyport Senior Center as well. Our friends over there. We're all kind of neighbors in this building. And if you open that window, I think you still see kids sledding down the hill. Happy sledding, everybody. Happy winter. Live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. We'll see you next time. All right? Peace.